Welcome everybody to Bogey to Birdie, the golf card game. Today we're at our kitchen table. We just played 18 holes on the real course and we're interested in playing some more golf. So we're gonna unbox the game, just walk you through exactly how to play, show you how all the cards work together. We're gonna play, the format we're gonna play is a 4-ball stroke play, which means everyone's against each other. The lowest score in the 9-hole match wins the match and gets the trophy, okay? So I'm this is Jake, Jump, and Eller. We're all playing against each other. And the format is just like the format when you open the card game. You get a deck of cards, 72 cards, instructions, scorecards are all included. And the first game is basically stroke play. You get a breakfast ball and a mulligan. So each player is going to receive a breakfast ball and a mulligan card. You take these cards out of the deck before you shuffle the 64 card deck. So the 8 cards are removed. Every player gets a breakfast ball and a mulligan card. Okay, and we're going to explain how these cards are used. And then you take the remaining 64 cards and shuffle them up. Now, whoever the best shuffler is in your 4-ball, we'd recommend that they do the shuffling, or if you want to, just delegate it, that's a good idea, because sometimes people don't really know how to shuffle. And basically the idea is, at the kitchen table here, you put the deck in the middle and everyone takes turns picking a card until a score is determined. The scorecard we're using today is going to have 3 examples of a par 5, 3 examples of a par 4, and 3 examples of a par 3. And we're going to play basically a 9-hole match, okay? The breakfast ball is included. It's just like real golf, except the breakfast ball in our game can be used to replace a bad card, which you'll see what those are, in the course of the first hole only. So you can only use this card in what's the first hole, Jump?
It's a par 5.
Par 5 is the first hole we're going to be playing. You can use this card to replace a bad card and improve your score. We'll show you how that works. Also, each player receives 1 mulligan card. And this is used in the same way. It can be used on the first hole or any of the 9 holes, and to improve your score and eliminate a bad card. Now, by bad cards, there's 2 in the deck, +1 and +2, and we'll show you how they all work together with each other. So basically, we're going to get started. I'm going to shuffle up now, just to make it easier to explain and walk you through how everything works. I'm going to deal it out instead of everyone just picking a card. So we're playing the first hole is a par 5 on our scorecard. Let me just see the card real quick. Show everybody the scorecard. Okay, so we're playing a 9-hole match, par 5, par 4, par 3. So on every shuffle, the 4 players will play 3 holes on every shuffle. The idea is to use all the cards in the deck to experience true golf scores, and you'll see how this works. You shuffle them up, and if someone like to cut, Mr. Eller, cut them up, and I'm going to be player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4. So the way it works is, this is a par 5. So in golf, it's a little different. We use playing cards, obviously, instead of a golf ball and strokes. But on a par 5, each player is going to receive a total of 5 cards, okay? You'll see how this process works. On a par 4, each player gets 4 cards. On a par 3, same idea. Each player gets 3 cards. And that's how we determine a score on each hole. So par 5, the first card is going to be, for me, is a par card. So right now, I still have 4 more cards to go. Right now, I'm sitting at par. And this could get worse. It could get better. You'll see how it could change throughout. Jake has a +1. Okay, now +1, there's 12 of those in the deck.
Yes. No.
There's 8?
12.
12. All right. Retake. +1 is one of the worst cards in the deck. And for strategy purposes, you're going to consider using a breakfast ball or a mulligan when you see a +1 or a +2 card. So since it's the first hole, Jake has the ability to use the breakfast ball to replace this +1 and get another card, because this negatively affects the score. So would you like to use your breakfast ball? He declines, doesn't use it because he could improve his score. So
A little bit of strategy.
a little bit of strategy there. Jump gets a bogey card. Okay. So the bogey card is basically a bogey right now, and we'll show you how that is related to the other cards. The bogey card is, what would we say?
It could always be improved by turning up another card to replace.
Right. So right now he's at a bogey. You're gonna have to edit that. Right now he's at a bogey, and it could be improved or also get a little worse. And Mr. Eller has a par card. All right. So right now, par +1, he's at bogey, bogey, and par. Okay. The second card for me is a stroker. Now the stroker card, there's 22 of these in the deck. And basically the stroker card is designed to make the scores realistic to golf and make sure the math comes out correctly. So there's 22 of those, and it's important. You'll see as we're playing, cards are going to be eliminated. Okay. And the strategy and comes in is trying to figure out how many cards came out during each hole on the shuffle and what came out and what didn't. So there's 22 of these. I have a par card already, so this card is moot. It doesn't do anything. So we're going to turn it over so the player's just showing their actual score. Jake's second card is a bogey. So right now, Jake is at a bogey +1, which in golf is considered a double bogey, which is two strokes over par. Still has some holes to play. It could get better or worse. And both cards will be showing because they have to. Same thing here. Jump got a stroker card. He already has a bogey card, so the stroker card really doesn't matter. Sometimes what happens is, because there's 22 stroker cards, is you'll get all stroker cards. And if that happened on a par 5, you had 5 stroker cards, you would consider that a par, scoring it a 5 on the hole. And hopefully we'll see that in the demonstration here in our game. Oh, the +2 is out already. Now, this is a no-brainer. There's only one +2 card in our deck. So when you get this card, you probably want to use your breakfast ball or mulligan, and Eller, he's gonna use it. So the breakfast ball is eliminated for Eller, and we get to replace the +2 to improve his score. This is where the strategy comes in. Bogey. So the bogey card was flipped, replaces the +2 card. Now, bogey card is worse than a par card. The way these all interact together is there's a bogey card, a par card, and a birdie card. The lowest card eliminates the other cards being played. For example, he has a par card. Now he has a bogey card. This would be turned over and eliminated. So he's still at par. Okay, once again, he had a par +2. So he was at double bogey, used the breakfast ball, had the bogey, saved 2 strokes right there. That's the strategy. So he's still at par. The third card, bogey, same thing. Par card is out, so bogey card is eliminated. It doesn't count in the math or determining the final score. Third card for Jake is a stroker. Doesn't play because he already has action cards out there. Same thing for jump. Another stroker. Doesn't matter. Turn it over. Oh, our first birdie card. There it is. So now this is a perfect example of what gets eliminated. The birdie card eliminates the par card. So Mr. Eller has the best score. Just leave it right there for me, bro. And then, flip the par card over. That's eliminated. So after 3 cards, Eller has the lead with a birdie, par, double bogey, and a bogey. And there's 2 more cards to come. Bogey for me, once again, it doesn't matter because the par card eliminates the bogey card, just like a birdie card would eliminate a par card. And that's the tricky part to our game. But once you figure it out, it's very smooth. So that gets turned over. Jake's fourth card is another stroker. It doesn't improve. Jumps card. Oh, a birdie card. All right, that's the name of our game, bogey to birdie, which in real golf is impossible to do. If you're familiar with the game of golf, you hit a perfect drive, you hit the green, a fairway in regulation, a green in regulation, You have a real good chance of making a par. You three putt, you went from a birdie opportunity to a bogey. In this game, you could have a bogey or worse and improve to a birdie. That's the best part of our game. So I'm glad that came out on the first hole. And where are we at? You get another card? Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, another birdie card. Now, this is interesting. There's 2 birdie cards on the table, but he only needs 1. So he could turn one over. And the idea of turning the cards over is it's harder to keep track of what came out, which is some of the major part of the strategy to our game. You want to, there's 8 birdie cards in the deck, so you need to figure out how many are left to try to improve your score. This is the last card, so 5 cards each player's getting, and this will determine the final score. +1 for ump. I have a breakfast ball, which I'm going to use because the +2 is out already. So it's a no-brainer to eliminate this, and it worked. I ended up with a par instead of a bogey. So that would be logged on the scorecard as a 5 because it was a par 5. Jake, we need some love here, buddy. Stroker, double bogey. He's using a breakfast ball. Now, he's doing this because he's stuck at double bogey. If he gets a birdie, he improves by 2 strokes. So good luck. Stroker, that's all right. He took a swing at it. So these cards are eliminated. And he ends up with a double bogey, which is a bogey +1. So that will be scored as 7 on the scorecard.
Come on, -1.
All right, here we go. A stroker card. So that doesn't obviously play, as we mentioned earlier. Jump ends up with a 4, 1 under par, and has the best score. And Eller, stroker card doesn't matter. His 5th card is moot. Eller also ends with a 4. So after 1 hole, I have a 5, 7, 4, 4. Now, the breakfast ball, don't put that in with this doesn't get mixed in with the cards. So basically collect all the cards, put them in a what kind of pile do you call it?
Discard pile?
Discard pile. Thank you, Joe. So put these cards in a discard pile, and then you go to the next hole. So we'll leave them right here.
Second hole is going to be a par 4.
Second hole is a par 4. Each player has a mulligan left. Did everyone use their breakfast ball?
No, I did not.
Jumped in, used his. Everyone else did. So that card's dead. For the next 8 holes, you can replace 1 bad card. Okay, so here we go. Anything could happen. Now, one other thing we're going to talk about is the order of play. All right, it's very simple. You can do it any way you want to. In real golf, if someone has the best score, they call it the honor system, which means that player gets to go first on the next hole. And that's the way we're going to play it today. Whoever had the best lowest score first gets to go first on the next one. It just changes things up. Or if it's too confusing, you could just keep dealing 1 through 4, 1 through 4. The results will obviously be different, but we recommend, if you're interested in playing with the honor system, which will change the order almost on every hole. Okay, so we're going to do that. And Jump had the first birdie. Eller had the second one, so he will start us off on the second hole. Once again, it's a par 4. Each player's getting 4 cards. Jump's first card is, +1. Now, here's where the strategy comes in. It's very early in the game. It's too early probably to use the mulligan. Are you going to do it?
We're only allowed 1 per 9, so I'm going to hold off.
He's going to hold off. It's smart strategy. Eller gets a stroker. Basically is at par. Oh, beautiful. Let's just look at this. I have a birdie. Oh, boy. Stroker, which is basically a par. Jump second card is a stroker. Now, that's basically a bogey still. We don't turn that card over yet because there's no action card. Yeah. Eller has 2 strokers, okay? And leave him up. Yeah. So basically, if he gets 2 more strokers, that'll equal a score of a 4, which is a par. Birdie card, stroker, doesn't matter. I'm still at birdie, which I'm very excited about, by the way. Stroker card, we got 2 stroker pars going. All right. The third card for Jump. Oh, no. Disaster strikes again. So right now he has a score of double bogey, which is a 6 in golf on a par 4. Could improve. It could actually get worse. Bogey. All right. So now with Mr. Eller, the stroker cards are wiped out. So they'll be turned over. He's stuck at bogey right now. He gets one more card. My third card, stroker card. So we stay at birdie. It's getting very exciting here. Third card. Oh, Jake's on the board, baby. Stroker cards get turned over, and he gets a birdie. Last card for jump.
We got another birdie in there.
Stroker stuck at double bogey. So you can see how things changed. He was in the lead. Now he just had a double. You'll see how it all evens out usually. All right, Mr. Eller improved because we know a par card eliminates a bogey card from what we just talked about. Anytime those are all in the same hand, the bogey card gets eliminated. So therefore, he improved his score from bogey to par on the last card. All I have to do is dodge a plus card, and I land that birdie. Let's go. Oh, no, +1. And it's too early in the round to use it, so I'm going to stay. I'm going to eat it and just take the par and hope, I can use the mulligan to help me later. Because it's not important to win this particular hole. The score is more important. Oh, no, another +1. So both of us just had birdies and went back to par. This is the fun of the game. Okay, anything can happen anytime, any
You don't know
card.
yet. Mulligan, or you gonna eat it as well?
No mulligan. So the way it would be scored is a par for me, a par for Jake, double bogey 6 for jump, and a par for Eller. So 4, 4, 6, 4. Let me just see the scorecard. I'll show everybody a scorecard. So you can see right here. This is basically how it would be logged on our scorecard. And the total right now is I have 9, Jake has 11, Jump has 10, and Eller's in the lead with 8. So it just changed from one hole. Now, same thing. If they use the mulligan card, don't make sure it doesn't get reshuffled to the discard pile. All these cards go. And we have this many cards left. Now, if you were counting how many birdies, you would know that there's 3 or 4 left. I'm not sure, but we won't discuss that right now because we're in the middle of it. And who had the best score?
Eller has the honors.
Eller had the, what did he have, a par? He had the best first par, so he will follow the honor system. And this is the last deal for the shuffle, and then we'll reshuffle and play 3 more holes, okay? So here we go. It's a par 3. Each player is going to get 3 cards. Bang! Par he starts off with. That's a good start. Stroker, I'm basically at par. Jake is on fire all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, after a double bogey on the first hole, making moves. Jump, par. Second card for Mr. Eller, double par. So what? You don't need 2 of them, just 1 card plays. That's gone. Oh, -1, ladies and gentlemen. We could be making history here. You saw me shuffle. This is exciting now. There's only one -1 card in the deck, just like the +2. I got goosebumps. You got that, St. Louis? So basically what's happening right now, if there's a couple birdie cards left, if I get a birdie card on my last card with the -1, it's a 2 minus a 1, which is a hole in 1, and I get the little trophy back there. All right, so, all right. Hold on a second. Shake it. Stroker doesn't matter. Turn it over. Second card for jump is a bogey. And we've already determined that a par is better than a bogey, so it doesn't count. Last card for Mr. Eller. Bogey, doesn't matter. Turn it over. Mr. Eller lands on a par. I drum roll, baby. Come on, birdie card. Bang! Yeah! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, on our first 3 holes, this is not rehearsed. You saw me shuffle. There it is, baby. A hole in 1. Wow, that was exciting. So the stroker doesn't count as anything. The -1's the best card, and the birdie on a par 3 would mean a 2 -1, hole in 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I get the little trophy for a hole in 1. This is awesome. All right, yeah, maybe take a little sip of something.
Yeah.
All right, folks, there it is, a hole in 1. Now 2 more cards to go. Got a little excited. Stroker. So Jake stays at birdie. He logs a 2 on the scorecard. Jump. Oh, he improves to birdie. He's got a 2. Eller, oh, you're done already. All right, so Eller had 3 cards. So that's basically it, folks. You saw an ace live, and we're going to reshuffle at this point. And we could see what was left in the deck, too. Let's just do this real quick. So there was no birdie cards left in the deck. There's a few +1s. So if you were keeping track, you would know that you had no chance. I had the last birdie card, which the odds were probably 1 in 16 of flipping that card, which makes this game even more fun. Hopefully you enjoyed that little part of it. We're going to reshuffle and play another 3 holes. So let's just give a quick review of the scores, Jump.
With 10.
I have 10.
Jake with 13.
Jake has 13.
Myself, Jump, has 12.
12.
And Eller has 11.
11. So it's really close. I went from last place to first place, and that's usually the way this All right, folks. So we're going to reshuffle here and deal the next 3 holes.